Welcome everybody to the second day of the Department of the Air Force Esports Invitational. Today we did see quite a bit of diversity here. Not so much right now though. Seems like Coast Guard, they've taken some notes out of their first day of play. They're running much closer to meta. This is a bold play from Magmonix. I don't know if that's necessarily where you want to be up there, but actually Guidozan doesn't even take a look at him. Too busy trying to deal with Guardian, and it does not go to plan. Wow, this is, oh my word, Paradox. Oh, it's such a good rampage. The Suzu'd already been used. Knight doesn't stand a chance.
Now with the Kitsune Rush being laid down on the field, this is getting very, very dicey for the Coast Guard.
Oh no. Well, yeah, Bob forces him off point there. Now we go over to University. Not going to be much swaps here. Knight does bail out of the Kiriko. I think that's a little bit of a risk. Magmonix, okay, Scotty knows, getting involved. Whoa, okay, there we go. Found him eventually. Blinking towards him's a little bit bold, especially when Guardian's hitting his shots. And Guidozan trying to get rid of Paradox, but again, it's only second fight and a rampage ruins everything. 5 wasted. With Baby falling, things not looking too good for the Coast Guard. Army putting them to bed, putting in the work. Guidozan hunted down. And only one last chance to regroup. The Coast Guard, they've chucked every ult to this fight and failed to convert much of anything. Army discipline, they just let Bob do all the work on point and then regroup to crush the Coast Guard in map number 1.
2 rampages in that span. Wow. Impressive stuff. I mean, genuinely impressive stuff here from the Army. Ooh, that's a good dynamite.
Trying to go for the turret bomb up into the cafe. Dynamite makes that a little bit tricky. And what a sleep from Guardian to peel for himself. Hey guys, yeah, you guys go kill them all. I'm good. I'll just run around here. Guardian doesn't even drop. You have to try and keep track of Gravy, who drops down and blows away Guidozan, even at long range with the barrage, getting another there. Okay, Bob actually clears out a lot of the mines there. I like that ult from Gooby. Unfortunately, not around to see it through. The one elimination even rezzed by Luna. Luna, get the pistol back out. Paradox on the Doomfist. We did see this Doomfist absolutely slap yesterday. No pun intended. Oh. Here comes the push. What a slap, too. Yeah, just chuck them all off the high ground. Paradox does go down, though. And with Guidozan and Gooby still kicking, it's hard for Army to really assail in right now. Although I say that, Coast Guard, they're poking forward. They're poking the bear down 0-2 against the Army already.
It's so much more difficult on this map, too, to put pressure on the Widow, right? You have like 4 different positions you can play, and each of them force you to approach an angle so wildly.
Who will manage to just hang on the cart. I mean, the Sigma toes are truly just gripped onto the cart, not going anywhere right now. Paradox has this nailed.
As the payload hasn't really gone forward.
I'm sorry, did you just ult into their spawn, Gravy? Did you just get 2 from that, Gravy? Inching a little bit further forward as Gooby finally gets one over on Magmonix, but we're at OT now. Body blocked in Dragon 2. It's so difficult to contest right now. Nothing but utter dominance, a clinic from the Army. And it feels like they are just moments away from an appearance in the finals. And the Coast Guard now, they have to go for a Hail Mary and try to hold this before just 30 meters. No chance to even contest. Paradox denies them even that.
That was really impressive stuff from the Army, and they'll be the first team to be in that championship bracket.
We feel like we've kind of taken the next step since being here in terms of how we're adapting to each situation and map.
Now we get to see who has the chance to join them in a Department of the Air Force in-house. We saw this matchup yesterday. It was fire then. It's sure to be fire today, and it's first to 3 now and everything. I'm excited. The teams have in fact agreed to a Torbjorn 1v1 to see who caps this first point.
And there it is. The hammers come out. They're dancing around each other. First strike.
Later overload, though. That does give potential. Yeah, nice discipline there from Xerxes.
I mean, you can already see Griffin lining up for it.
A little bit too deep of a wall there. Not that it's even gonna matter or even needed. Risky just waltzes inside of Oconus.
Set DAF Oconus up for Bailey.
Poor Blackhawk. Didn't stand a chance. Wall goes up. Sorry, Bubble's not going to protect you there. Not when all of Conus is raining down on your head. With that Blizzard going deep and already catches 2. Blackhawk able to pop the bubble and get out of dodge for a moment, but it just means he's going to be the last one to die. Despite the Torb 1v1 win, the round win goes to Conus.
Good start.
Oof, nice shot there from Xerxes. Already Griffin down.
Actually, and now Ranger 16 has to be forced into the Wraith form. This is not done yet.
Oh, and the stick forces out the lamp so early. Immortality field already used by Bing. Her Griffin falls with a rally out now from Cyberpilot. Conus can stick around on this point for a good long while. Oh, the boop there. Cyberpilot nearly getting away, but he'll get chased down. The rest of his team not having any better luck. Griffin just hanging around here. Who's ever going to contest Griffin, too? I mean, unless it's Xerxes going up close and personal, there's no chance to get onto the high ground there. And Conus flip it over at 60% for value. And Conus has been peeling the entire time until they have their own ults at the ready. Pulse Bomb good for one, and I doubt they'll need much more than that. A rally just to keep it nice and stable as Conus continue and will overtake Conus in percentage. And here comes the overclock. 2 body shots put into range of the Immortality field. Stalls a bit, but not nearly enough. Perfectly timed from Conus, and they'll keep the pressure on with an annihilation. A first map here, 2 more, and they'll get their rematch against Army in the grand finals.
Really well done there in the final moments.
Guys, I'm gonna be honest. It's a little bit bold to just sit in hotel when a Junkrat is lobbing stuff at you. Blackhawk's shield already down. Griffin actually pushing into Xerxes right as Risky coming back from spawn. They retake the high ground and now can pinch back. Knees keeping Dark Fox alive to that entire engagement as Conus really weren't sure where they wanted to take that fight. Just managed to get Ranger point blank. That was pretty close and pretty tight. Does get caught by the Dragon Strike, so a 1-for-1 in terms of ults and players. Now Xerxes getting run down, though. Oh, pummeled into the corner. The rest of Conus will fall similarly shortly afterwards. 53.6% is where their attack will stop. Not a bad start for Conus here. And Knees taking quite a bit of pressure, too. Cyberpilot, I don't know if that really helps Knees get out of danger. I'll be honest, but at least you get a nice, pretty view. I mean, there goes, yeah, Xerxes, but the house comes crashing down. Well, that's a nice ante. That's a nice ante. Griffin and Dark Fox very much harrowed there. Griffin will fall for it, and Dark Fox doesn't survive much long afterwards either. Solid stuff. That's the opening we needed to see from Conus. Does leave Dark Fox up and vulnerable. Did you miss that hook, Blackhawk? I'm sorry, did you miss the hook on the sleeping Roadhog? Oh, Whole Hog comes back from Dark Fox 2, punishes that unfortunate whiff. Conus turning this around. A bit of an overchase with a nano on Blackhawk. That pick on Cyberpilot's easy as pie. If both things are chaotic, this fight is more even. Risky with the Tracer dip. I know you ain't got recall, but here's a free one on me. Take that Pulse Bomb to bed. Xerxes just keeping everyone at bay. Already Dark Fox so low, he gets swept away from it. What a hit from Bing. No chance to contest. Another minute 30 added to the clock, and yeah, Griffin is cleaning up in this fight a bit. But Conus, they got their lease on life. They'll take a reset. Conus has just been coming alive in overtime, but can they stay alive against Griffin? Against Griffin's overclock. He's already good for 2, and Knees goes up with a Suzu to help him get a 3rd. Now it's just Blackhawk who tries to take a breather, but that only gives him a few precious seconds. It's him versus Dark Fox at this point. Which tank falls will determine things. Nice counter hook and a boop. Gets rid of Dark Fox as he was looking to punish Heroes. They're 2 meters away. Heroes, you gotta hit one of these, buddy, or at least get back in the mix. He's hardly even necessary. Okay, both tanks are gone and attack visor's in, but it doesn't last long. The DPS ults will finish this up. Conus will hold. What an insane overtime run.
Every point gained via overtime.
Ranger already gone. I mean, a Pulse Bomb here if you want it. Yep, just lob it in. You'll stick something. Here's a Gravitic Flux, and that's going to ruin Conus' day. Already 2 down. A Shatter haphazardly thrown in to try and swing things back alongside a Kitsune Rush. A heavy investment in a 2v5, and it will not work for Conus. Risky does fall early on, despite the Kitsune Rush being thrown in. Conus maybe overplaying their hand a bit. Heroes with the nano living up to his name, chewing through the lines of Conus. But nobody died to the Gravitic Flux there. Xerxes' a Dragon Strike doesn't really accomplish much before he dies. And with a 5v4, Kitsune Rush, the overclock just finishing up. Things actually surprisingly not going well for Conus. They invested really heavy into that fight. 4 ult. He's isolated too and antied at that. No bubbles remaining to cleanse that debuff. Heroes going deep into the backline. Somebody touch. Okay. Can they actually get the eliminations to match it with a rally up from Heroes? And now a grab locking in Dark Fox. He's done. A nano secures his fate and seals the deal. We get at least one more map, and look at how excited Conus are.
We're seeing a switch up too. Risky now on the Sojourn. Griffin on the Cassidy.
Interesting.
having shifts across the hero pool this late in the game is certainly an interesting decision.
Griffin being like, all right, Sojourn's all fun and good, but I need something I can deal more consistent damage with. If he's just going to be clicking heads after heads after heads, I mean, those are a lot of bodies as well, but you get rid of the enemy Brig, you get rid of a lot of healing, you get rid of the potential carry, and while Griffin is pumping in damage, you can't do much against Junker Queen in a 1v1. Fun fact, Pulse Bomb whiffs, there's a Reckoning thrown forward and only hits Griffin, who's got some shield from the rally. Cyber Pilot's been thrown out. Blackhawk overcommits. He left the front line though, and that gives room, especially as a whip shot comes through. Heroes getting rid of that Death Blossom. And Okonis take advantage of the overcommitment. Nice work there from Blackhawk to keep the pressure on. Force the Annihilation out early. Annihilation considered rush though is a brutal combo. It's not as brutal when you get laid down by a Shatter, however. And a Nano gives Blackhawk all the damage he needs to follow up on that one. Nice deep pin on knees, actually. And a Shatter from behind. Unbelievable. Dark Fox, Cyber Pilot. It seems like they just forgot that Blackhawk pinned past them. Konus on the back foot. Oh, but they peel so effectively, and Okonis, they didn't have what they needed to try and push past. Griffin with the Deadeye. Have to keep the shield up! Blackhawk, no! Your Shadow was so important there. But a full cap from Department of the Air Force, Continental United States, to send them into the grand finals.
Having an actual like Overwatch League, you know, former professional like here with us, it has just been really a game changer for us in our gameplay and our ability to like coordinate and work with each other. And that's kind of what we're banking on going into this Army game, is our teamwork and our camaraderie together is going to help us beat Army.
We got a couple great matches down here in the consolation bracket. We got Coast Guard versus Navy first to see who goes on to play. Okonis tries to get that third place spot. Very old school pick here for Sanctum. Marisa doesn't quite do what she used to on this map, but Gooby hitting the shots necessary to make it irrelevant for fight number one. A flank visor coming out. That's a lot of damage. Chewing at the back line. Baby just desperately trying to keep the shield up, and it works. Bob carving through the Navy right now. Oh, so much damage. Emma Wee Wee not able to TP out of that one. Swift Step doesn't take her far enough. The Bull tried to throw the Rampage in, but no, nobody even gets to the point. The Bull overextending a little bit here, though. Navy, it seems like they've bitten off more than they can chew, trying to eliminate the members of the Coast Guard instead of just hanging on to the point. But Tito getting involved. Gooby's just on it right now. That's 3 already for Gooby. I mean, once Bob wears away at a lot of the resources, or you can just throw the Rampage in now. That works too, but you need some follow-up. Carnage, yep, that'll work. That'll do it. A Kitsune Rush to try and give a little bit more movement. Emma Wee Wee does eventually get there, but everything used to just get to the point means it's very difficult to actually stick around once you're there. Tito getting honestly cleaned up by Scotty Nose. That was a solid clip he put into Tito's head to finish off the first map. Tito dying really early. Honestly, not sure how that has happened. Wow, that was a lot of damage. Holy moly, the Navy focused down Guido-san. Oh boy, the Coast Guard, they're already looking to wrap up point number 1. The Bull trying to turn the tides now that the Nemesis form is gone, but with Shadow Fathom falling, there's less healing available. Emma Wee Wee jumps down to Suzu the tank, but it only lasts so long. What was that? What was the plan? Oh my, Scotty knows, just feeling it now. A Nano thrown onto Bull. Yeah, put Scotty in his place. Bob putting too much pressure on him now. Rotate down to the low ground, really even get to the point in time. Unbelievable, insurmountable 4-minute 20-second time bank. And Tito actually getting rid of Scotty Nose too. The Bull, it feels like the Bull shouldn't be dying there. The pressure overwhelms the modest healing from the Mercy. Gooby with a nice hit though. Hold on, hold on. Coast Guard are coming back into this. Scotty Nose dying. Guido-san giving a little bit of space. That's another beautiful wall. So much pressure on to Bull. It forces out the Nano. Guido-san, ooh, lopped into the air for a second there, but it all comes out. It all works. Here comes the Reckoning on the low ground. Does hit 3. The follow-up is difficult, though, when Scotty Nose is picking apart your back line. Here's a Deadpool to try and keep Guido-san on the back foot. The Deadeye whiffs. Kitsune Rush stopped, but only briefly as Guido-san dies after using the Shatter. The Navy, once again, have somehow done it in the last moments here. Scotty Nose just trying to run away. Okay, Gooby comes back to stabilize. Gets rid of the threat, gets rid of the Navy, and gets the Coast Guard on to the consolation final.
This is definitely one of the best experiences we've had, so we definitely look forward to playing here. I know a couple of us have been sticking around trying to get just extra time in the center because it's just an experience you don't always get, so
That's true.
we enjoyed it.